Hello, good night. My name is Janice Natalia Caicedo Anija, and I am a student of Bachelor degree in Foreign Language with emphasis in English. And today I am here to present the Phase 5 Innovation Showcase for the course Integral Pedagogical Practice. Now I'm gonna talk about my showcase presentation, alright? And how can I say after? My name is Natalia Caicedo Bonilla, and I am excited to be here. And in this moment, I'm gonna share you my experience in this semester. In this moment, I am currently in the 8th semester, and I'm gonna tell you something about my teaching environment. It's located in Hogar Infantil Mis Amiguitos in Puerto Tejada, Cauca. Okay, during this period, I have faced various changes and have worked hard to achieve my academic goals. For example, in my teaching context, I have strived to create an inclusive and stimulating education environment. One of the key challenges has been adapting to the individual needs of my students. I do that utilize the universal design for learning to make my lesson material and that help the students in this academic work. I have worked to improve my pedagogical skill and design innovation strategies to the English communicative curriculum. And my goal has been not only to impart knowledge but also to foster an environment where the student feels engaged in the language learning, because that's so important, the feelings about the students when they learn a second language, in this case English. In this semester I have learning values lesson about the importance to flexibility and adaptability in teachings, and I am to share more about this innovation pedagogical solution I have implemented and how this have possibly influence in my students' learning. Okay, innovation pedagogical solutions. I am trying to teach focus in the needs of the students. That is the reason I am designing my English communicative curriculum. I have implemented innovation approach, transforming the students' learning in experience. One of key strategy has been the integration of educational technology. I incorporate interactive platforms and education applications to enrich the contents, providing students with opportunities for self-directed learning. For example, some of the technologies I use in the class are pictures, videos, play games in online with Google, Kahoot, and some of them. Furthermore, I adopt a project-based learning approach to encourage the practical application of concepts. In other words, I am trying to introduce the speaking, reading, listening to the students. That's the reason the students, for example, know some vocabulary, and I design project challenging students to activity that they learn in a real world situation. For example, when you go to the park, so how many words you can say when to have a conversation with another people or person. I am concerning personalized learning. I sought to tailor introduction according to individual learning styles. For example, if the students have some difficulties in talk or in the listening on the reading, I am gonna do some activity pedagogical can help them in her problems and that gonna choose contents, assignment, and activities to align with the age student preference and strength, thus creating a more inclusive environment. And now I'm gonna talk a little about my showcase presentation. In this, I try to incorporate of universal design for learning. Principles was crucial. I provide multiple means of representation, actions, and expressions, and to ensure my teaching approach was accessible to all students. In other words, I try to do the approach more simple, and that gonna help the student to understand in so many class, so many words, and etc. In terms of classroom management, I see clear expectation and foster an environment of mutual respect. I constant feedback and open communication were fundamental to maintain a positive learning environment. For example, I have been implementation of multimedia projects. For example, is the students in this moment gonna learn something about the numbers of or the vowels of vegetable. I gonna utilize the multimedia project because that gonna make the class more interactive and more easy to understand. Okay. Reflection on impact. When reflecting on the outcomes of my pedagogical solution, I have noticed significant improving the student engagement, learning outcomes, and classroom dynamics. When you do classroom dynamics, it's more easy the learning of the students. They're gonna make more easy for the teachers and the students. That gonna innovate approach, choose multimedia projects, and personalize strategies, taking account the needs of the students. And in other hands, the technology project has improved the practical application of knowledge and strategies to understand a key concept. That gonna do, in other words, if you utilize the technology in your class, in principle in your teaching English class, that gonna make the classroom more dynamic, have a positive experience and transformation, fostering collaboration of students, social and emotional skills. Overall, this solution has created a more dynamic learning, and that gonna help not only the students, the child or adolescents, but the adults learning too. One of the futures improvement, I think I will prioritize the use of formative assessment to provide continuous feedback to the students. And I will also work on creating more integrated educational experience. And I gonna make goal is to stay responsive to change educational needs and employ innovation methodologies. And I identify areas with potential for optimization. Firstly, I integrate new educational technologies to further learning experience. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.